Well, good morning, folks. I'm Joe Wesley. Thank you for joining us. For those who are new to us, you may realize at some point as you come back again and again that we start sometimes a little bit early to give you some background information. For those of you who are coming back, thank you very much. I'm Joe Wesley of the Joe Wesley and Lizzy Gabor, trying to figure out what this wellness thing is all about for those who are new. A little bit of commercial break, and then I'll get into our program concept. Remember to look at us from one of three options, either live at 8 a.m. in the morning or on the rerun later in the day at your pleasure on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. We do ask that you sign in to YouTube so you can leave comments, because if you don't leave them at the time of live show viewing at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, we do audit our records. You can look at the reruns, I call them. And if you leave comments, then we would love to hear from you. Remember to subscribe. Remember to click the bell below to be notified of upcoming events. Please share us. We really want your feedback, your questions. I need all the help I can get. What is this about? Basically, I'm a left brain kind of guy. I had to think about that. And logic and reasoning is my rule of the world there. And hi, Lizzy, how are you doing?
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everyone.
Lizzy has her favorite music. She's got a lot of soul, folks, and she is a lively persona, and I enjoy her for it. I'm a deadbeat on that music stuff. That's just who I am. But part of the fun of this is I'm growing because of Lizzy. Hopefully she gets the same value back. Hopefully you audience gets the same value back also.
Absolutely.
What's the theme of the music?
Have it all. Have it all.
There you go. She is so focused, admirable. But however, what I was about to say, folks, I'm a logic left brain kind of guy. I'm trying to understand this right brain. I'm already tongue tied. We've just begun the program. This right brain yin and yang thing. And what I do understand when Lizzy talks about health, success, wellness, that resonates with me. I'm just not sure how we get to that point. What we're doing now, and I have to say this about Lizzy, she is timeless on her intuitive skill. Our current program or messaging for the month is declutter. Lizzy says it's her favorite topic. And at the end of this 15-minute program, I'll explain to you why I think she's exceptional, despite not understanding her in her style of how she presents. With the theme for today, this is what our 75th one. And the theme again is declutter for health, for success. And my concern is declutter actually realistic? It's easy enough to say, and I use physical metaphors. And Lizzy is talking about showing her house or casing her house. So how does that go?
A staging.
Staging. There you go. And I won't even put words in her mouth, but I'm going to ask her to share with us her joy of the moment. Wow, look at this. But then the struggle to keep it there, and then explain how the rest of us are supposed to get better at this stuff.
Yeah, believe me, I am a work in progress, folks. It is not easy. And again, when they did the staging, it was so beautiful. And
Excuse me, I may interrupt. For those who don't know what staging is, could you explain that?
yes, when you put your house on the market, usually the realtor has somebody come in and they stage it. They take away all of your personal items. That's not the part that was so beautiful, but they really make it every countertop is empty. They really want to showcase the actual physical structure more than your personal things, so that people can see themselves living in your home. And so our realtor actually happens to be a stager also. She's trained in that. So she came in. She also put in some beautiful colorful pillows, which I am also going to incorporate in my next home. But again, Joe, I mean, the difficulty in maintaining it, I say, mindfulness, to be mindful of things and be in the present moment, but it is very tricky to maintain. It has been very hard because it's, and like you said, is it impossible? It's something that requires a daily practice, just like meditation, just like exercise, just like other rituals, that brushing your teeth in order to make your mouth feel fresh in the morning. It's like if you make it a habit of putting attention to it every day, you're going to be able to have that cycle every day of completion, where you plan, you start, you continue, you finish, you do it again the next day. And it becomes a burden when you leave it till the end of the week, the end of the month, and then you're just like, oh, how do I even begin? And so my advice to anyone is to just try to incorporate it a little bit into your day. Even with the mail, go through it, throw it out each day, what you're not keeping, or recycle the paper.
Well, I hear that. I'm a little bit. I'm going to be the generous one on this side. Usually, I'm the one that doesn't make any sense to me. What I was impressed by Lizzy when she described that the house was staged, she was saying to me, "Wow, this is fantastic. This is wonderful. Wow, I love this. I feel so open and so free." I may not be the exact wording, but the thought theme is there. So I don't say it so much as you got to do it because you got to get up and go to work every day. Oh, crap, I got to do it. So like she's clearly declared positive value, almost a euphoric type experience on it. So
Yeah.
but yet here we go again. So that's what intrigues me about this, the mindset concept.
No, it was because it really was. I know the concept. I teach the concept of cleaning up your messes and incompletes, going around your house and writing a list of things that you want to either do or do it or dump it. I say, but there was such a. I experienced such a clearing of my mind, and just so I was able to get, again, put more attention on the things that were important to me. And and that's really that's the lesson in it. And was the aha in it for me, that I didn't realize, I teach it, but it's like, it sometimes you don't see how you're actually not as clear as you thought you were, in your space, in your mind. And it was such a freeing experience of just I don't know, I don't I can't, it's hard to even describe it, but I felt lighter and brighter and more open and more creative.
And so that's kind of where I'm headed for, and thank you for that input or observation or insight. I'm going to give one more example, and then I'm going to ask Lizzy to explain this, because I think it's a challenge. Here's my thing. This thing of mindfulness, Lizzy would talk about, well, you just have to get mindful, and the world is much better. And to me, it's like I'm a guy in this dark room trying to find that switch to just pop on. I'm footing all over the wall. It's just not working for me. So what I've asked Lizzy to do, she's done quite well. So give us a little, for those who aren't intuitive in this stuff, what little tidbits or clues that we might take baby steps for. So let's talk about this, for example. We're going to take a summer break, by the way. It's an announcement early on. And we've done our 75th one. We haven't missed a week, except maybe a holiday week, something of that nature. And we feel very good about that. But this whole issue of declutter, we've been sheltered in place. I made notes on this because it's not intuitive for me. That we've been locked down routine. We've had minimal human contact. And all this stuff kind of clutters on my psyche. And so we have plans for the summer, away from each other, if you can imagine that. So the announcement is we'll be back sometime in the fall. We've yet to determine this exactly, but we'll likely be after Labor Day. But we'll give announcements, we'll give updates. So keep in touch with us through our social media. We'll be giving you feedbacks during the course of the year.
We'll keep you posted for sure.
Yes. But that being said, some people might say, well, gee, 75 programs, that's a lot of clutter to carry around. To me, it's a legacy. It's a part of who I am. It's a possession of what I'm all about. And I think some people don't look at the clutter as clutter. It's a part of who I am concept. But we realize we do need the space. We need to reboot our minds, our brains, our psyche. So it's the value perceived first, then not so much, I got to do this, I got to do that. Well, it's the cost of doing business, the cost of enjoying the value. If you want to go on vacation, you got to pack clothes, yes. You got to plan things, yes. If you want to get married, yes. So is that kind of, am I in the right track on how to focus as opposed to the drudgery and the misery of it, however difficult it may be to maintain? Is that making sense what I'm saying?
I mean, I think with our 75 programs, it's been our goal was to really make regular progress and to just stay, to keep showing up. And we did that. And then I also think that the break that we're having is also important. I think that we have different seasons for things, and this is a season I'm going to be moving. I'm actually going to be traveling for 6 months. So talk about packing. I have to figure out what I'm bringing for 6 months for all the different seasons. And that could be really overwhelming, but I'm trying to, again, plan it out,
Mm-hmm.
and planning out which room we're going to clean out, also we have on a calendar. So I think that we're taking the little break is clearing out the old, so we can make room for the new. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why when we come back in the fall, we're going to have a fresh perspective for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, but we shall see. That's it. um, but I think it's we need to tie up these loose ends, and that's also important. But it doesn't mean that we're finished with this project. It means that we're taking a break again for a season to you're taking it to spend time with your family, which is also so important. That's such an important thing for your overall happiness, and area of that part of your life. And so, um, I think that we're doing this to free up some attention units like in our mind over this break. And I think that it is a good time to do that in the summer. So for
Mm-hmm.
everybody to really, what I did this week, actually, what I recommended to people was to 1 hour a day, 1 hour a week this week, to just put on their calendar 1 hour for play or for
Mm-hmm.
something joyful out of their regular work day.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe even more, take a vacation, plan a vacation, a staycation, whatever you can do. It doesn't necessarily have to mean you have to travel somewhere, but or take a drive, take a long walk outside in
Sure.
nature, I always say.
Yeah, and I don't go on many vacations, but for me, for example, pants. I like to wear pants when it's not, unless it's a formal setting. It have to be casual chic syndrome. My wife loves that phrase. But I have pants that like pockets, cargo pants all over the place, zips, flap downs, front, back, in the hips, on the legs. I love it because I can carry my cell phone and my notebook and my pen and my coin and my keys and everything else. But the problem is, at some point, I spend 2.5 hours trying to find something in my pants because I've got so much stuff there.
Hmm.
So why should I declutter? Because however aggravating it may be, because it makes my life more miserable. It makes it harder in the long run.
It's so true, Joe. It reminds me of just when I pack sometimes, the more you pack, the more it is you can't find things, and
Mm,
the more confusing it is. So again, lighter and simpler, and taking, if you don't take the pants with all the pockets, take the pants with no pockets. Or I love it when
oh no, no, I can't do
I
that.
don't bring my phone, or I forget my phone, or I don't even bring a
Mm,
bag. And if I'm with, my husband, like, I don't need just maybe need my license. That's it. It is, you just feel lighter. So take those opportunities to not feel like you have to have everything with you. You can just be. And that's, again, that mindfulness thing is just allowing yourself to be present. And like you were saying in the beginning, what can you do? Turning on the light switch, try that. Go for a walk without
mm,
anything with you. No phone,
mhm,
no anything, or go out to dinner and don't bring anything except your credit, whatever you need to pay for your dinner.
mhm,
Um, and see how you feel. And then, even simpler, take those moments, washing your dishes, washing your hands, set aside every time you wash your hands, do it mindfully. So feel the water on your hands, feel the
mm.
soap, um, be there, be grateful for the fact that you have the soap in the water, and just even those little things throughout the day can really create some more space and joy and ease and flow in your day. um,
I hear that. And I think sometimes people have the tendency to look at the aggravation side of declutter, and it does take maintenance. I mean, even a Rolls Royce has to have maintenance work done on it. I guess now the thing is Tesla has to, even though they say the batteries last forever, they really don't. And at some point you have to fix it. So the value of decluttering, it's it is realistic as I'm listening to Lizzy, if I'm hearing her correctly. It does take work, but aren't you worth it as a human being to put effort in your life? Is that something you would share with us conceptually, Lizzy?
Yes, you are worth it as a, as a human being. There's a quote I love that I think it's this poet, but it's everything works better when it's unplugged for a little while. Even you, even us. And I mean that's a little bit off the cluttering, but it is kind of in line with
No,
just
to me, it's exactly on spot. I get that totally.
just stepping away, and that's basically what we're doing with our little break. Is unplugging a little bit from our program, so that we can come back, hopefully, again with the intention of being more clear, more intentional, have some great stuff to offer
More creative. At a time, as you say, Lizzy would say, to pause to take a reboot. That's one of my favorite phrases. And as a result, the expectation, and the anticipation. We're already looking forward to this. We don't know yet when it's going to start again in the fall, but already in my head, I got things ruminating because I've got the space as I'm decluttering to work on this.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for lots of things. We'll keep you posted. Maybe I'll do some posts about how I'm managing decluttering my house.
Updates. There you go. Good point. Absolutely.
And the moments of overwhelm that are going to happen, I see them, but I'm prepared for them. And I think again, preparing for these things is also important for whatever it is, so that it doesn't feel like so daunting and so overwhelming. Whether it's a move or a decluttering of your space, you're cleaning out your garage or whatever it is.
So the answer is yes, it is realistic, but like anything else in life, it's going to take some effort, but you're worth the value of that effort, if I'm hearing you correctly.
Small steps add up. The goal is just making some progress.
Sounds good.
Not perfection, never perfection, just progress.
Fair enough. Well, thank you very much, audience. Have a great summer break. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy your 4th of July. Anything else we may have left out between now and the time we get back to you again.
Happy summer, everyone. See some fireworks in your life, in your heart. And
remember to subscribe and to share and to comment and ask. We really appreciate that. Take care, folks.
Absolutely. Have a great summer. Thanks so much, everyone.